Mario Odyssey's main gimmick is of course capturing living and sometimes non-living objects with Cappy to become them. And since the whole game is based around this, how many do you really need to complete the game without insane glitches or impossible out-of-bounds sections? It's the hidden block here, and we're about to see how many captures it really takes to complete Mario Odyssey. We start off, of course, in Bonneton, where you have the first Cappy section in the whole game, which can be skipped with a series of wall jumps, Cappy throws and leaps, although the wire after the first boss battle in the game cannot be avoided, so this is our first one. This of course takes us to Cascade Kingdom, where immediately we have our second capture, the Chain Chomp, which we need for the first Power Moon and to unlock the rest of the Cascade Kingdom. We will need another Chain Chomp for the 2D section, and we have a boss battle with Madame Brutal, which will need 3 Golden Chain Chomp captures. Of course, after getting her moons, we are able to unlock the Odyssey. The Odyssey helps us reach the Sand Kingdom, which is really simple as it just has heaps of land and does not require any captures. Next we can move on to the Wood Kingdom, which is also a really simple kingdom and does not require any captures. Of course, for this and the Sand Kingdom, you must only collect the moons and not complete the boss battles, as they do require captures. Lake Kingdom is a water level, so of course it was going to be easy. The Cloud Kingdom is just a boss battle, so it only takes putting on Bowser's hat and bashing him up, and you're right onto the next kingdom, the Lost Kingdom. This is where some things started to get a little bit tricky, or what it took to get a Power Moon resulted in instant death afterwards, which is really frustrating, especially losing your coins. And they limit your purchases in each kingdom to 1 Power Moon, which makes it really difficult. Next we finally move on to my favourite of the kingdoms, Metro Kingdom or New Donk City. The worst of this kingdom, which took me many tries, which was to reach across the first jump, and I still did not succeed, and the tower, which is actually possible to get up surprisingly. And after defeating the boss and collecting a few more Power Moons, I was on my way to the next kingdom. The Seaside Kingdom. This kingdom is so slow and annoying to play without use of cheeps especially. I felt like I was just swimming for most of this kingdom, after trying to find all the land moons in the kingdom. And of course, after skipping a stupid fight with a fat octopus, I moved on to the next kingdom. The Snow Kingdom was quite a breeze, as it did not require any captures and most of them are just given to you. The Luncheon Kingdom was probably the worst kingdom in the entire game. Most of this kingdom was just some stupid hot soup which you cannot touch, and you need a fireball to cross it. So I found myself having to do ridiculous and annoying jump sequences to get what usually would be the easiest moons in the game. Next we move on to the Ruin Kingdom, which is where for the first time in ages we had a capture we actually had to do, which was the wire to fight the dragon. Of course, the fight didn't require any captures, so after taking its 3 moons I moved on to Bowser's Kingdom. This kingdom required the most captures in the entire game, 3 Pokios and 6 Spark Pylons. I even tried skipping one of the Pokios in this kingdom, but guess what? There was no Spark Pylon unless you open the door properly. Then of course, you make your way up to the boss battle, which requires a Pokio to complete. This whole kingdom raises your capture count to over double. The Moon Kingdom is very straightforward and only needs Bowser and the Spark Pylon at the end, and yes, I'm not counting the Madame Brutal fight, as the Moon Cave skip is possible, and probably the easiest skip in the game, which saves plenty of time. So that's it, 18 captures to complete the whole Mario Odyssey game. I know that many of these can actually be skipped, and people have got it down to only 3, although this video is one that most people can complete, and basically a user's guide, properly on their own without insane jumps that barely anyone can complete. Well, that just about wraps it up. This is the Hidden Block, thanks for watching.